Hello and welcome. Today I'm going to be showing you how to create a Mother's Day card in Canva. Now once you're in Canva, you are going to go over to create a design and you're going to click on a custom size. Now the card that I'm going to be doing is 7 by 5 inches. Now the reason why I'm doing inches is because I am getting this printed. If you look here, we have pixels, inches, millimeters, centimeters. So pixels is anything that you are doing digital. So if you're doing Instagram posts, Facebook ads, anything that's going to live online, you will want pixels, whereas inches is going to be stuff that you get printed. For me personally, I always get my stuff printed at Walgreens. This is not sponsored, but I get my stuff printed at Walgreens Photos, and then I will get it picked up like the next day. And I also order it online, and then I use the Honey browser extension, also not sponsored, but it will give me a coupon typically, and I don't pay very much for the cards. So there's a couple of tips if you're wanting to get your cards printed. So I'm going to click Create New Design. And there are several things that you can do. You can create a card from scratch, or you can alter a template. And I think that altering a template is a great way to kind of give a custom card without having to do a whole lot of design work on it, because there's lots of things that you can do to make a template work for you. So I'm going to go ahead and search Mother's Day cards. And the one I'm going to be searching for is this one right here, Best Wishes to You. So this is just a single card, and there are so many things that you can do in order to customize this. So I'm going to delete it, and then what I will do is I will highlight all of these flowers, and I'm going to click Group, and they are going to group it. What it does is that it basically groups everything together. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to click Command A, and then I'm going to select everything. I'm going to go over to the transparency, and I'm going to lower it down. And when you lower, I'm probably going to do 65. And when you lower the transparency, what that does is it makes it more see-through, and it makes it more of a background element instead of a focal point. So for this part of the design, I want it to be a background element, because I'm going to put a frame over it, and then we will add a picture to it. So at this point, if you want to upload a picture of your person, is what I typically do is I always take a picture from the previous Mother's Day, and I will add it into that design for the new Mother's Day. So I will have a picture uploaded, and I will use that for the main page. Now what I will do is I will search elements, and I will search for a frame, and then I will click see all with the frames, and you can pick out any frame that you want. And something for this card, particularly what I'm thinking is like a decorative frame with a border. So I really like this one. It's called a fancy frame. It's free. And what I will do is I will use this and I will enlarge it. Now when you're doing designs, it is always important to go bigger than it is to go smaller, because the bigger your elements in the composition are, the more it'll look intentional and dynamic. So I'm just going to go over and I'm going to search for a photo of a mom. And you can change this color. If you click on the color, it often pulls a document color. I think I'll probably go for the green and then do my text in purple. We have this design, and what we are going to do is we're going to add the text Happy Mother's Day. So I'm going to go over to text, and then I'm going to click Add Heading, and I'm going to click Happy. And then I'm just going to copy and paste it. And then I'm going to click Mother's Day. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to change this to a script One that I typically use is like Playful Script. I think it's a fun design to use. And I'm going to change the color of both of the texts. Now we're going to be adding an outline to help it pop out from the background. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go over to the document colors, and as you can see, we have these two purple colors. And if you hover over it, you can see the hex code right here. And you can always copy and paste that into your Canva by going over to the color and then typing in the hex code right here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to be doing this lighter color purple right here for the text color. And then I'm going to go over to the ... and I'm going to click effects. And we're going to be adding 2 effects to the design. Now for the outline, we're going to click on outline, and we're going to do this in this darker purple color because it'll help it pop from the background. And then we are going to add a curve. Now, I like to start at the bottom and then go up towards my curve because I think the one at the bottom helps you frame the curve at the top. Now, the general rule is you want to keep the same curvature angle from the bottom that you do to the top. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to scroll down, and since we want it to be a smiley face curve kind of, you are going to need it to be a negative number to curve up. And let's see what -30 looks like. And then I'm going to take this, I'm just going to enlarge it. I feel like that could go down a little bit because remember, with cards and stuff, like if you get it too close to the bottom, it can get chopped off. So I kind of like the way that looks. And then what I will do right here is I will go over to the ... effect. I will do the outline, the same color purple, and then we will do a curve of 30 because we want to mimic the same curvature angle at the bottom that we do at the top. And we will enlarge it. And from here, I will start resizing my elements in my design. So what I think is I need to just maybe slightly shrink this down. And that is centered because you can see the crosshairs. And then I will center it, and then I will go over this ... and I will lock this so it doesn't move around. And then I will adjust my text to be wherever I want it to be. And I like the way that looks. I feel like that looks very nice and pretty. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go over to this duplicate page, and I'm going to duplicate it a couple of times. I'm going to get rid of elements. Now when you're making a card, you're going to have the front of the card, which is this. You're going to have the top inside, the bottom inside, and I like to add something on the back. Then for the second page, what I will do is I will just get rid of the text, and I will add in a picture of maybe something you did together. So what I'll do is I will unlock this, and I will get rid of that picture. You can just click on it and press delete, and then you can put in a picture of maybe something else you did, like a vacation or something. And then what you can do is if you double click on it, on this picture, you can enlarge it, and you can move it around to wherever you want within the frame. So you could do something like that, and do another picture is what I typically do. And then for page 3, which is going to be the bottom page of the inside card, what I will do is I will get rid of the Happy Mother's Day. I will unlock it, and what I will do is I will click on this, I will click delete the photo out, and then I will click on this color right here, and I will do a background color, and I will enlarge this all the way so that you have a nice writing space, and then I will write like a note or something on the inside. So I think I will do it something like this. And then position, you can always do center and middle to align it. And then for the back page of the card, I always like having something on there instead of just whatever the card gets printed on. So I'm going to click on it, I'm going to unlock it, and then I will click delete, and I'll just take the text and I will go over to the ... effect. I will put a curvature of 0, which makes it straight, and then I will put year, so May 2023. And that'll be the back of it. That way the card looks nice and finished and it won't have a white background on the back. So when you go to export this, you will go over to share. You will scroll down to download. You will want to do a PNG and then download with Canva. But I'm not going to pay for these images. They're just stock images that I used. And then once you download it, it'll download to a zip file, and then you will double click on it, open it up, and then you can get your photos printed with whatever printing company you want. You just go in there and upload your photos. So it's pretty easy. I hope you found this tutorial helpful. I think this is definitely a fun, unique way to celebrate any occasion: Mother's Day, Father's Day, birthdays, grandparents' days, anytime you want to send a little card. I hope you enjoyed this video. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button and leave a comment below on what tutorial you would like to see next.